Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Fact or Fiction. Today we are going to address batteries and storage of them. Sometimes you hear people say, oh, if you put it on the ground or concrete, it's going to drain the battery down. Well, does it? I don't think it does. So we're going to go ahead and see. Got my handy dandy little ohm meter out here, voltage tester. We're going to check it out. We're going to take temperatures, do the temperature test on it. We're going to try it on the board, and then we're going to set the batteries aside. And so this video is going to take a couple weeks to actually complete. So does it really matter if you store it on the ground, or does it got to be on a board like everyone says it does? And actually I already know the answer because I've had a battery hiding in the back of the shop that goes to some of my heavy equipment, and it's been sitting on the ground for quite a while. So we'll check out the voltage one and see how it goes. Stay tuned for another episode of Fact or Fiction. Alright, so here's a couple of the batteries we're going to be using for the test. Alright, the one right here is a couple-year-old battery. It's 10 of 2012, and we're at 91% on the charger. So what we're going to do is we're going to do temperatures. The battery is 68 degrees, and the ground is 61 degrees, right there. Let's see what this battery measures at. This one's 63 degrees. And we're going to do the voltage and check on this one real quick. So let's see what we got. And this one right here is already chopped off and charged. So let's see what percentage at. Alright, this one's saying 95%. Let's see what it says here. Give it a second and go up and it tells exact percentage. While we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and check the voltage on the other one. Okay, while we're letting the other one kind of top off, see what percentage we're at, we're going to go ahead and test the other battery and see what the voltage is. And it is, let's see here, 13.17 volts. So that's what that one is. This one right here is going up, so we're going to give it another minute and we'll see what the percentage is. And then we're going to come back in a couple days and see where they are, because I'm going to put them on the ground, take them off the wood, and see what actually happens. Okay, the gel cell is pretty much at 99%. We'll just leave it at 99%. We're going to go ahead and turn it off. We're going to let it sit for a second. And while it's sitting, so we can get let the voltage kind of bounce around and make sure it kind of settles out. I have a battery hidden in the corner of the shop underneath the workbench. Probably got a bunch of junk stacked around it, so it's been sitting there. I said 6 months earlier, but now that I think about it, I think it's been sitting there about right at probably close to a year. It's a new battery, never been used, so let's go see what the voltage is. Been sitting on the concrete for literally, like I said, about a year. So let's go find it. Let's see what we got. So yeah, I've actually put a battery on the ground before, and one of my friends, she was like, oh my god, you can't put the battery on the ground because it's going to like kill the battery. So apparently her dad has told her over the years, her granddad, that if you set the batteries on the ground, it's just going to instantaneously go poof, bad battery. So today we're just going to, I disagree with that. So we'll have to see, check out these results and go from there. Can't beat it. And get the proof right there, video, and see how it's actually doing. Tells you, but I kid you not, I can't tell you how many times people have said, oh, you're going to ruin a battery because it's actually sitting on the ground. So just curiosity got me. We had to do this Fact or Fiction one. And like I was saying, hidden in the very corner of the shop underneath the workbench, we have a battery. This actually goes to one of my actual pieces of equipment. So let's see what we've got voltage wise. Let me try to scoot up in here. Let's see what we got, so make sure you can actually see it. Alright, now I got a little bit of room up in here. Let's see what the voltage is. Like I said, this has been sitting here for a while, and the voltage is 11.9899 volts. And that's after a year of sitting on the concrete. There's no piece of wood underneath it. So, and for all your skeptics out there, I will move this box and you'll see it is on the concrete. As you can see, there's nothing underneath it. just sitting straight up on the concrete. So anyways, that kind of pretty much tells you the test right there. I'm almost positive that's, I thought 6 months, but actually now that I think about it, I really do think it's been sitting there right at a year. So that shows you. I would say that's definitely a myth when it says it has to be stored on wood. We're going to test the other ones anyways. They're newer batteries, so let's check them out. Okay, days have gone by now. I tossed the batteries to the side of the shop so that they're sitting on the concrete so we can see what they're going to do. Let me grab everything. Let's see, pull out the extension cord, get my meter. Go and slide these out. Right here. Alright, now we got them in here. Let's go and turn everything on. Let's see what we've got. I'm suspecting they're still going to be in the 12 volt range. It's still perfectly usable. Let's see what the temperature is. 65.5. Same. Concrete 63.5. And it's about 71 degrees. So that's what we've got right there. Turn on the ohm meter. Move it up so you guys can see it. 12.79. Alright, let's see what we've got on this one right here. It is 12.83. And that's storing them on the concrete. I've stored them on dirt before, but I always get the same result. They're still good batteries. Unless you've got a battery that's already got a bad cell in it and it's fighting itself and draining it down, usually they're pretty good. We can go ahead and put charge on it if we want and see what kind of percentage it's going to show, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be right where we left off. Plug it in. Showed 95%, but I'm going to tell you right now, when we dropped it off, I didn't put the meter back on and to see what it actually settled at, but we still got, you know, perfectly good battery, no major drain, nothing like that. It's going to go back up. I'm assuming it's going to go back up to about 90-some%. So, like quickly, it's measuring it right now. So let's see what we've got. 68, 71. Make sure you can read this. 83, 87, 90, 94, 97, 99. When we dropped this off and took the charger off of this battery right here, we were at 99%, and that's what we came up to. So we're back up to the same. So let's see what the other battery did. I'm going to do the same thing. This one's standard. And that's saying 100%. So let's see what we get. We'll let it go ahead and charge up and see what it does. %, 52, 54. Right now it's steadily climbing up, so like I said, I assume it's going to get pretty dang close to where we were the other day. Now the battery on the right is a 2-year-old battery. This one right here is a brand new battery. So So you'd think the older battery would be the one that would drain down quickly if it was actually a fact that batteries drain while they're sitting on the floor. So now I would normally turn the camera off and come back as it went up, but I'm actually letting you see this in real time, so you'll know that you know, I'm not letting it sit here all day long and charging it. So it's up to 85% and 86%. If I remember right, we pretty much stopped it at like 89%. For an older battery, I mean, that's just going to be normal for the most part. And it's come all the way up to 86%. Now, this is actually, or 87%. So this is a week of sitting on the corner of the shop floor. We've also got the other results of the other batteries sitting in the shop for a year. As you see, if it was such a big drain, I would have went over there to the other battery and it would have been at a 0. This one's at 88%, and I think we actually filmed this at 89%. So that's where we start at. So if you want to call 1%, and that was before we even let the battery kind of equalize itself. So I'd say that's a negative on storing it on the ground, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of Factor Fiction. I'll catch you on the next one. Love Video 9 videos. Out!